Good part of the day. This is an individual video presentation for iCitizen, and here's my ID and some additional information. And now let's consider our problem statement that the following presentation will discuss. It sounds like that. How can the lectures of philosophy at Samarkand Institute of Economics and Service make the seminars more useful considering the lack of interest among students? There are some reasons why I consider that this problem is needed to be solved. The first reason why I'm interested in this is that students themselves complain about that in different social media platforms. Also, the second and the major reason why I took this problem is because of the importance of the subject. As the University of James Madison reports, the philosophy subject aims to develop students' creative and analytical skills that also improve problem-solving skills. In the following institute, the aim of the module is to improve students' understanding of the world and the ability to see the issue from the prism that makes them more objective and increases their academic performance. For this reason, I want to solve this problem because I consider that if the seminar will be more efficient, it also leads that students may become more active citizens. Also, the last reason why I chose that is just to increase the quality of studying in the following university. Now let's consider about the causes. The first cause of the problem is that students are not interested in the subject. As Milkova states, the interesting lessons are also the efficient ones. Also, the plan of the seminars itself is poor and not organized, which leads to some obstacles. Also, the lack of balance between theory and practice can be a cause of the problem. The next causes of the problem are the manner of teaching and the matter that classrooms are not comfortable. By taking the lack of interest among students as the main constraint, the focus made on making the seminars more interesting, which will increase the usefulness of the problem. Now let's turn to the interview details needed to get precise information about the problems and then consider solutions. So 4 people were interviewed. All of them were first-year students whose age were from 17 to 19, and the reason for choosing that candidates was that they are the actors in the problem. Getting an information from them allowed me to identify the overall students' perception of the problem. Turning to the format of the interview, all interviews were online using the Zoom platform. Before conducting interviews, they got the information about the interview purpose and signed the consent forms. Certainly, conducting the interview with the owner would be a good idea because I could identify the constraints of the problem more precisely, but I had a limitation in that, so I hadn't an opportunity to find the owner who agreed to the interview. However, this limitation didn't stagnate the investigation of the following problem. And here's the interview questions. As you can see, first 3 questions were related in the process of conducting the seminar and students' opinions about the problems. Other 3 questions were given to identify what areas students consider essential, useful, and interesting for the seminar. And here are some key findings that were identified from insight cards. Firstly, it was clear that seminars goes after the lecture and aim to discuss the topic for deeper understanding. The teacher asks the question and the students answer. However, the students found in this teaching some problems that makes them boring and hard to understand. Firstly, students are bombarded with raw information. Moreover, the academic style of language for giving the knowledge gives students new additional pressure. Also, for students, practicing is important as well as creating creative working. New facilities for the classroom were also mentioned, but the learning by practicing students consider a good idea as well as working on tasks where creativity is matter. Team working may be one way of practicing. Finally, it was interesting to find that students feel not comfortable discussing the seminars because of the fear to be judged. From key information, I created the success criteria the solution will have. The first criteria is that solution will make the seminars more engaging because it was mentioned in the findings. Also, interactions and practice are the features that the solution should be provided. The last success criteria is that solution would make students comfortable to learn. And from that, 4 possible solutions were brainstormed. The first one is a group project as a final assessment. The second possible solution is making competition exercises with some mini prizes. And also setting smartboards can be a possible solution, as well as taking notes as an example for practice. In order to choose the best solution, the selection matrix was used where three variables as desirability, feasibility, and viability were considered. Here are the results. As you can see, all solutions regarding the smartboards are feasible and viable because these solutions do not require a large allocation of money where the budget is limited. And the solution of conducting competition activity became the best one as the best potential solutions. There are some reasons for it. The prize will be a booster or a goal for completing the task, while by this activity student can practice the obtained knowledge during the seminar, and there is a greater chance that all team members will discuss the task and contribute. Also, reviewing the material from the team members is one of the features of team working. Also, more comfortable environment, another feature. Here are some recommendations for implementing the solution. The teacher should make this activity final and start it at least 20 minutes before the end of the seminar. Also, tasks should not be related to answer a question, and it should be related to creative working. Teachers should ensure that all team members work with the group, while students are recommended to divide the responsibilities for completing the task among each member. Here is the references and the consent forms of interviewees. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your patience and have a nice day.